crush. He's just crushing everybody. Another one, he's working on trying to get on the tour himself right now.
Okay.
So I'm working with him, to get him to that next level. And one of the things is he's at that point because his game is really good.
Welcome, everybody. This is Mike G with the Vast Podcast. Got a nice guest today, Dave Davis with the Kinetic Golf System Performance. He'll teach you how to play like the pros. How you doing, man?
What's going on, my friend?
Yeah, nothing much, man. Thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate it. Man, you got a nice little website. We'll get into that later. Man, so you're a golf high-performance player. You are a player. Where did it all start from here before we get to the next chapter in your life? Man?
Well, it all started... when I picked the game up, because I was an athlete and doing other sports, but I kept getting injured. And a buddy of mine told me, "Hey, why don't you try this game of golf?" And I was like, "Man, that's for old people, man. I'm too athletic." And I got out there, and I tell you, that course humbled me, and it made me look at it and say, "You know what? This is a challenge," and I'm always up for a challenge. So I was like, "You know what? I'm going after this. I'm gonna figure this thing out, and I'm gonna make it happen."
Oh, okay. So how many years have you been in like the program of playing golf before you became a trainer? Because you got to play good to teach other people.
That's right. Well, I started, when did I start? I've been doing this probably now for about, I'm trying to think. It's been a long time.
That's a good thing.
About 17 years. So I started playing golf 17 years ago. But before I got into the golf game, I was a strength conditioning trainer. And so I trained athletes from basketball, football, track and field. I was certified with Strong Fit. I was certified through strength conditioning. I was certified USA track and field. And so I worked with a lot of athletes, and my job was to make them stronger. And when I got into golf, I realized just personally, this game was about two things. It was about biomechanics and physics. Physics is one thing you can't change, but your biomechanics you change. And after, spending years of studying kinesiology, physiology in school, being an athlete myself and working with so many athletes, I said, this is what golf needs. It needs more of an athletic approach. And I came in kind of like when Tiger came into the game, when he started really strength training. And that's when everybody started going to the gym. But these guys were golfers and they was hurting themselves because they trying to throw up some weight. And it's not about throwing up weight. It's about throwing up the correct weight with the correct movement.
Correct. It's timing, flexibility, speed, and strength.
There you go.
I got this off the website, guys. It's good information, man. It's nice, man. So where do you see the challenge on this? Like teaching people, like, do you teach from people that never played, or are you just high performance?
I actually teach from people who've never played the game, all the way up to individuals that, at the highest level. One of my players, he actually, Joe Hooks, he played in the Rocket Mortgage in Detroit this year. And I started training Joe back when he was in 9th grade. And I worked with him all the way through high school, college, and even sometimes after. So it was good to see, one of my golfers get to that level. I've also had golfers that, mostly all my kids that I worked with, they all got to, college scholarships, so they went to school for free, and they still play. So I work with any and every person. I love people that are new to the game, never done it, never touched it, because they're excited about it. And that's what I like to see, that excitement that people have.
So when you first started playing, were you excited about it, or did you play football before this, or
no? Believe it or not, so I was in the military when I was a runner in the military. When I came out the military, I continued to run. So I was a 5K specialist. So I used to run 5Ks. Then I got into bodybuilding, and I got into the powerlifting, and I was just a beast all around. But I kept getting hurt and injured in all these different sports, and so like I said, a buddy of mine told me to play this golf, and I was like, hey, man, that's for old people. Went out there. And that course tore me apart. And I was like, this is not as easy as people think it is.
No, it's not, because I played golf and I want to get back into it. it's just, man, that's just doing those 18s, man. It's no joke. In the heat, Florida. I'm in Florida.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, that
Do you
Florida
play
heat's
like
no
regular
joke.
as well? Do you challenge? Do you compete?
Yes, I do. I play on the US Am Tour. Since I've been here in Florida the last couple of years, I haven't played as much, but I'm getting back to it because I really enjoy it. That's actually me. I won the 2-day tournament at where were we at? It was in Indiana.
Okay.
And so it was one of our majors in the US Am Tour. And if you win a major or come in the top 3 of your division, you go to the championship, which is a 4-day event. And that year I actually won, and I won it on the playoff. Believe it or not, I won it on a bogey on the 4th hole.
Yeah. Okay. So is this your full-time job? Like this is your whole thing, man?
No, it used to be my full-time job until I
Okay.
moved here to Florida. I moved here about 3.5 years ago.
Gotcha.
And so prior to that, this was all I did for about 18 years was strength conditioning and training. So
and golf.
I mean,
yeah. It can't be better than that, man.
Yeah.
Because I like the golf community, man. Like it's a great sport. But people think, oh, that's boring. No, it's not. You got to be precise. No. Just like, so when you train these people, and then from what is the highest level have you gone? Like, I mean, are these pros or are these semi-pros?
Semi-pros. So yeah, semi-pros. I've got 2 individuals now that I'm working with. One's 12 and she is a beast. She is just a monster. She's just crushing everybody. And another one, he's working on trying to get on the tour himself right now.
Okay.
So I'm working with him, to get him to that next level. And one of the things is he's at that point because his game is really good. It's all physical now. You want to go longer with that club, you got to get stronger, and that's what people, they're seeing that now in the golf game. That's why these athletes are in the gym so much. You can take lessons after lessons after lessons, but strength creates power. Power creates speed.
Okay.
And you got to have it, So it's the analog that I usually always say is, it's like, if you get strength without the coordination and the ability to disassociate, it's like having legs of Mickey Thompson tires sitting on a Mustang 5.0, but then having the core of a Prius.
Yeah.
You gotta have strength all the way through from the core to the glutes, to the hamstrings, to the legs, so that when you're powering from the legs, your core is strong enough to handle it and not lose spine angle. So
yeah, so it must be a mind blower to see when you start from chapter 1 and get them into the next level.
Oh, it is. And believe it or not, for the beginner, they move quite fast compared to someone who's been doing it for some time.
Really? Yeah. Why is that? What do you think?
Well, it's their bodies. Well, one, they've never done the movement. And so now their bodies are starting to do things that they didn't realize it could do. And it becomes easier. Where someone at the top of their game, they're pretty much maxed out. So how do you tweak a little bit more yards, 5 or 10 more yards? You get 2 or 3 more degrees of rotation. Where someone new to the game, they never knew anything about rotation. So all of a sudden you start getting them to turn in the right direction and move and get the right kinematic sequence. That ball's gone. And they enjoy it too.
Correct. So have you reached your peak where you want to see yourself in performance training, or are you ready to touch another level?
Oh, I'm touching another level, man.
Yeah.
I'm working on that right now. Okay. I'm touching another level.
Okay. On the teaching aspect. If you want to tell us, what are you working on? Are you like, what's going on? Like,
I'm working on the teaching aspect now. So I've mastered the physical aspect of what it takes to physically be able to perform at a high level of a golfer. Okay. So, but in that, I've learned a lot of the teaching mechanisms as well, the swing mechanics and so forth. Okay. But what I'm going to do now is finalize that and actually go towards my PGA Class A membership. So I'm going to be working towards that. So that right there, that's going to put me at a level, not only having the ability and understanding just physically what the body needs to do, but then also having the swing mechanics and learning more about that. So because right now, and we've got a lot of great teachers out there. There's a ton of great teachers out there, but right now, an individual have to go see someone like me for the physical part, and then see someone like a teaching pro for the swing mechanics, and then now I got to go have a golf club membership. Now I got to go buy a golf club. They don't have the finances, the time, the energy. So I'm trying to create one package where I can provide that for my clientele. So when you come to me and I do your assessment, I'm not only assessing your physical ability, I'm assessing also your swing mechanics, and then I can fix both and then take you to the next level. So now you're not spending so much time running all over trying to get what you need to be a great golfer.
Get it all in one package.
You get it all in one package. So
do you find a challenge with the youngsters? Like, I mean, it can't be easy. I mean, nothing comes easy. Do you find like challenge when you're trying to teach somebody the dynamics of the golf and trying to be better? You know, where do you find the patience to do that? I can imagine there's some people like, I can't do this.
Well, you know, I have to actually say, you know, I really never came across a person that, and I've trained and worked with hundreds, trust me. And I've never came across a person that it was to a point where I lost patience with them. And I was like, I can't do this. You need to go see someone else, you know, because I always have a way of helping them see the other side of what it requires and what it takes. Now, have I had situations, especially with my young kids, have I had situations where I had a kid that just wasn't putting his all into it, and I knew that. Okay, well, when I've had those opportunities, I nip it in the bud. I'm ex-military, so I'm going to come straight with you. So I remember one time I had a young lady, and I told her, I pulled her aside. We were exercising, and she just wasn't giving me my all. I said, hold on, let's do this. Let's just stop. I said, you know what? Your parents spent a lot of money to pay me to make you a better golfer so that you can get a scholarship and go to school for free, as well as play well and be a great part of society. But if this is something you don't want, that's understandable. If you want to be a cheerleader, go do cheerleading. If you want to go play volleyball, I think that's a great idea. But for today, we're ending the session. Go home, think about it, tell your parents, if you want to come back, let me know. But if you do, you better come back with fire.
That's it.
She came back 2 weeks later. That girl went hard.
Man, I can imagine, man. Well, yeah, like people say, golf is boring, but it's really not. You know, it's high dynamics, and the better you play, the more challenging it is, and the more better it is, man. Man, I appreciate that, man. So where can they get in contact with you? Is this the email? Like
through the website. Yep, that's my email, and through the website. I'm collaborating with another two guys that have businesses, and we've got an event coming up on the 22nd. So
I got this here, man. Here we go.
Yeah, we're doing what's called we're creating a new entity called the Golf Collective, and so Golf Away and myself. That's not me and that's not him, but he's going to be one of the speakers there. Gotcha. We're bringing an opportunity where people can come together, network, learn about the game of golf, get out and work with their game, also get opportunity to work with me as well. So we're going to be doing a workshop where we're going to take 4 individuals, and I'm going to work with them. I'm going to do a quick assessment on them. We've got an indoor hitting bay. We're going to see what's going on, how we can fix them, and how we can make them better. So that's just kind of bridging the gap where we bring networking with playing golf, learning golf, and actually we can also have one of our strength guys, Steve, Strong with Steve. It's his program where he's working with our golfers as well to take them to the next level. So yeah, something that we're tinkering with now, and we're ready to take off with. It's called the Golf Collective. It's going to be really cool, because that's the other thing about golf, as you know, it's a huge networking opportunity. Yeah, correct. It is. Well, thank you for coming on, man. Hey guys, we keep it short and sweet right now. You want the performance? Here's his website. Check him out, Mr. Dave Davis. Everybody, thank you for coming on, man. Thank you, my friend. If you want some golf tips and you want to improve your performance, let's go. All right, see you guys later. Peace.